Hey, sports fans, it's me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke, and today we're going to be discussing specifically, really, Strat-O-Matic baseball and the age old question to roll or not to roll, as in the dice. If you have the computer game, you know that there is an option in the computer game that allows you to roll the dice. You can roll the three dice for the columns and not the split dice, or you can or not pick a split card, or you can do both of those. You can roll the dice and do the split card yourself, or the split die yourself, or you can have the computer do the rolling and the automatic determination of each play. Now, in my opinion, there's drawbacks and upside to both of those. I've talked to a computer guy before, and the computer guy being my brother Mike, and he says that there is no way that a computer can truly come up with random results. That a computer cannot 100% come up with random results. So if you roll the dice, you are getting random results, and so that would seem to be a downside to letting the computer do it, because if you let the computer do it, you are there's the potential that the computer could fall into a pattern. You know, I'm sure you've heard it that the Strat-O-Matic computer game, there's either an option or the computer actually does it where the home team gets a slight home field advantage. Now I don't recall really if that's an option that you can use or not use. But if you did that, if you rolled the dice, you're rolling the dice, and you're taking that really kind of out of the computer's control. The the downside to rolling the dice is that if you have a play at home league and you play the game and you roll the dice for each and every batter all game long, the game is going to take a lot longer than if the computer does it. Believe me, I've done both. So, and if you roll the dice, you're getting a truly random result. You absolutely are. There's no question you're getting a random result if you roll the dice, especially if you roll the column dice and the split dice. But can you really be sure that you're getting a random result, totally random, if the computer does it? Because I've noticed things like you'll see. If I roll the dice, I can get the same roll two or three times in a row. I've seen that happen, but you almost never see it in the computer game. So it's almost like the computer is saying, "Okay, well, this roll happened this time. It's not going to happen on the next batter." Now, I've also talked to other people who've said, no, that does happen, and they've seen it happen. So I guess it just depends on if you notice strange things happening. I mean, I will tell you, I had a play-at-home league recently where my team was terrible. They were actually absolutely terrible. And just because, just to change things up, and just because I was out of ideas for how to make the team play better, I decided midway through the season, maybe it was midway through the season, to go to rolling the dice instead of letting the computer run everything. And as soon as I started rolling the dice, the team got a lot better. I mean, they were incredible. I think in their first 25 games, I want to say we were like 20-5. So, and I knew that those were totally random results because I was rolling the dice. I mean, I knew they were. So, I knew that there wasn't any hocus pocus going on. So, that made me wonder what was happening in the first half of the season that wasn't happening in the second half of the season. And the only real difference, I mean, because there's no trades in the league that I ran, my play-at-home league, because I'm the only human player, so it really wouldn't be fair to do trades. So there was no trades. There may have been minor player usage differences. Maybe I brought a guy up who hadn't been playing, but that wouldn't account for such dramatic changes. So you have to wonder, what it is. Now, if you do a play-at-home league, it's going to be a lot quicker getting through the league if you let the computer do all the games. If you, say, hit away, and the computer comes up with immediate results, you can play a 3-game series in 35 minutes. But if you roll the dice, you're looking at probably 35, 40 minutes for each game instead of an entire series. So it's just a matter of whether you want the quick and convenient or whether you want to make sure that there's absolutely no way. I mean, you want to make sure that everything is absolutely random. So that's where your trade-offs are. I'm curious to see if anyone else out there has run into something like that, noticing strange, crazy patterns. I mean, another thing is I've been in leagues where I've seen teams trade. They give up on the season because it's coming down to the wire. Maybe there's 30 games left. They know they're not going to make the playoffs. So they trade their good players away, and then all of a sudden they go on a crazy binge and they win a lot of games. Not enough to get into the playoffs because, if you're going to do something like that, you got to make sure you're not going to make the playoffs. But they do it, and they win a lot more games, a lot higher percentage from that point on than they did when they had the good players. So those are a couple of things that that I've noticed, and that I have with my play-at-home leagues. I still don't know which one I would even do because it does take a lot longer to do the rolling the dice for every batter and inputting the result rather than just letting the computer do it. So I can't say for sure that I wouldn't, that I would bypass the ease and convenience of letting the computer completely do it. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. I'll have other Strat-O-Matic videos coming out, and if there's anything Strat-O-Matic you want me to talk about, I will certainly do that. If there is anything regular sports, predictions, I'm going to be doing probably a football preview, and may even every week do my predictions for each week's NFL games. But if you have any other ideas, let me know. My Twitter handle, and in the previous video I did the NL predictions, and I wasn't sure what my Twitter handle is, but I am now. It's number 4 Strat-Fanatic. That's N small O, the number 4 Strat-Fanatic. And you can contact me through that. Let me know what you want to see. I'll certainly work on it, and then you can look for that video. And I get videos up. I can get videos up pretty quickly. So want to know what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Let me know if you like what you see. And We'll talk to you next time. Number 4, Strat-O-Matic on the Twitter, and Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke, signing off for now.